Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. I like to thank everybody that subscribe, like, share, and comment on these videos. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, come on, Wolfpack, let's go on this journey. Okay, this one getting ready to be a wild one. All right, but I'm gonna take y'all in my past and fast forward it up into when I was over the penitentiary over in Metro, and the situation started to unfold. Okay, so I'm gonna say like 1998, around that time. Me and my homeboys, we was kind of like on some real wild stuff. The area that I was living in, like I was living like a cowboy for real. I walked around with a big gun on me every day, every day. People that I was around, they were living the exact same way, which is not a life that I'm trying to glorify. I definitely don't want that to be known at all, because I'm not glorifying this at all, but this is how I was living. This is how I was, making myself stay safe, because I really wasn't out here into no, just going to go start nothing, but I'm definitely going to protect me and mine at all costs. So, and I'm living that life, so I got to be like this. But at the time, I put somebody on. And not only did I put him on, but he stole from me too. So it's like a double whammy. And I'm like super mad. Like I'm ready to do some real, crap ball stuff to this dude. I'm ready to run up in this house, all kinds of crazy stuff. Like I got wild, ideas running through my mind. And then I'm with some people that's with all of the foolishness. That's with all of the foolishness. So I'm trying to, you know, um, make moves the right way, because I actually do want to run up on the person. I'm not the type of person that just want to run up on any old body. So make a long story short, me and a few of my homeboys, we riding around one night, and we just so happened to see him coming from out the bar as we going to the bar. Now mind you, I stay strapped. My homeboys stayed strapped at the time, so we ready for whatever. And there's four of us in the car. One of my homeboys driving, another one of my homeboys sitting in the passenger seat, another sitting in the back with me. He's sitting to the left, I'm sitting to the right. So as we pulling up to the bar, I'm looking at the bar, and I see the dude that owed me the money coming out the bar. And he got a box full of liquor in his hand. And as he's walking towards it's like a ramp that you had to come down. So he's walking towards the ramp, and he's starting to come down the ramp. And as he's coming down the ramp, my homeboy, he like, yo, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I walk around like a car, he walk around another car, and we kind of like box him in. And I walk up towards him, and as I'm walking up towards him, I'm like, what's up now, homeboy, where my money at? So he looking at me with the dead caught in the headlights eyes, I'm talking about wide as raccoon's eyes. And he backing up, and he got the box in his hand, and he getting ready to drop the box. So my homeboy, he tuck his joint, he grabbed the liquor. He like, nah, don't come this way, man. Just go ahead, hop on in the car, get in the car. Now mind you, I got my joint out at the time, and I'm walking towards him. So he turned around, and you can tell he's terrified. So he get in the car. When he get in the car, we get to ride around with him, and I'm banging him. I'm popping him up. I'm talking to him. I'm telling him like, man, you better get my bread. This is that and the third. So the whole time, my homeboy, he on the same type tip. He's slapping him around, whatever. And we ain't get ready to do nothing, like super crazy to him. Like we wasn't getting ready to kill him or nothing over this stuff. We wasn't getting ready to chop him up. But we did teach him a mean lesson about stealing. My homeboy, he used to carry this book bag around, and I never knew what was in the book bag. I just knew that he used to carry stuff around with him all the time. And before you know it, we get to the park, and I mean, we dug him out. We dug him out real bad. Left him there, and however he got home, but I didn't run into him until years and years later. I never got my money back. We just did him real dirty that night. So years and years later, we're gonna skip down the road to when I'm in prison. I started losing my eyesight. I got a lot of stuff going on for me. I haven't found any type of religion in my life. I'm not really, super focused on anything in particular. I'm still trying to find my way. So I'm walking up the steps. I'm coming from out of the yard. Just got done lifting weights, and I'm feeling good about myself. You know what I mean? Even though I still got all these situations going on, and plus, keep in mind the fact that I'm losing my eyesight. I'm angry. I want trouble. I want to put my hands on somebody, but I'm definitely not the type of person to just go out there and start stuff. So as I'm walking up the steps, and I'm in Metro right now. I'm walking up the steps. Metro is 2 floors. Um, the bottom floor is full of dorms, and it has a CO bubble in the middle. Then you got the second floor. There's 4 dorms and a CO bubble in the middle as well. And they kind of like watched all the dorms from in the middle of the floor. So he sees me as he's coming through the door, and I'm walking up the steps. And I say, "Oh yeah, what's up, homeboy?" So as I say that, he turned around and he starts backing up, and he starts peeing on himself. And as he's peeing on himself, you can see the big old wet spot coming down his legs. Everybody get to laughing. He turned around, he runs over to the CO bubble. He get to banging on the CO bubble. Hey, hey, let me in, get me out of here, get me out of here. So everybody looking like, man, what the heck is going on? So I walked on over to my dorm, like, man, I ain't saying nothing to him, because, man, this dude peed on himself and everything, man. This look crazy. So now, mind you, they already don't think that I'm involved in none of this type of stuff like this. I'm starting to get a little older. I got these glasses on. I'm in class. I'm reading books. I'm really chilling at this point in time. But this is somebody that I still look at like, you still owe me this money. You still owe me this money in my mindset at this time. So that's why I said what I said, but I know everybody ain't really hear what I said to him. But I'm thinking like, he gonna tell on me, he gonna say something. And mind you, I haven't touched him inside of the penitentiary. I haven't brutally done anything to this dude whatsoever. All I did was say, hey, whatever to him. And I walked on over to my dorm as he ran back to the CO bubble banging, asking to get up out of here. So the COs, they finally, they tell me, they like, man, back up, because it's like a little door that they got to open up to come from about her. So they went to open the door up, and like I said, he's peeing on himself. Well, he done peed on himself. So he got all this urine all over him. So the CO like, man, get away from this door. Man, you done peed all over yourself, man. What's going on with you? So he like, get me out of here, get me out of here. So the whole time, all us, we still out. We still waiting for the COs to open up the doors to the dorms so that we can actually walk into our dorms. So I'm standing there like, man, it's crazy, man. I hope they don't come over there and say nothing. He like, just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. I cannot stay here. I cannot stay here. So they finally get to opening up the doors. We all start walking into our dorms and stuff. And as I'm walking over there to my bunk, one of my homeboys, Day, he come over to me, he like, hey, yo, why you start peeing on yourself after you said what's up to him? So I was like, yo, you don't understand, that dude owed me some money. And me and my homeboy, we did him dirty years ago. Like, we did him real dirty. And I don't know if he thinking like I'm still on that type of time where as though I'm going to do something crazy and cruddy to him like that. But, man, dude shook for real. Dude shook for real. So what's crazy is they got him on up out of there. Wherever he was sleeping at, them dudes, they went and raided all of his stuff real quick, took all his snacks, his food, whatever. The only thing that he left from up out there was his DOC property and looked like a welfare pack. And, boy, they came and they packed that stuff on up. And I'm looking like, from our dorms, it's like a whole lot of glass, and you can see through, from one door to the next. So I see them as they dragging the stuff on down the steps. It's in one little plastic bag. They pulling on over the PC where he done went. And he went on over to protective custody. And then mind you, I've been in the penitentiary for some time at this point in time. So I know people that's working everywhere. And like I said, I'm not really feeling the fact that this dude owed me some money. So I still want some sort of retribution. Now, my man, little Twizzle, he was over there, working feed up for lockup and for PC. So I get word to him like, look, XYZ, he just came over there. His name SP. Look out for him. And when you see him, let him know I still want my money. So he like, oh yeah? So I'm like, yeah, no food diet. No food diet. So he like, oh, that's what we on now? No food diet? I'm like, no food diet. So he like, all 3 shifts? I'm like, all 3 shifts. So next thing I know, I hear that he over there, he going crazy. They can hear him kicking and banging all on the cell bars and stuff because he in there starving. He in there starving. Like, this the type of life that you kind of like, you bred into living when you locked up in the penitentiary. Revenge, to me at this time was kind of like, it was a release from the pain that I was going through. I just wanted to release pain in any kind of way that I possibly could. You know what I mean? I didn't care nothing about, what may have happened to the next person, what may have even happened to me at that point in time. I just wanted to release pressure because I was going through so much. And that's not an excuse for doing what I did to him, because I probably would have did that to him if I wasn't in that situation because of the mind frame that I had already had. But by me going through what I was going through, by losing my eyesight, I'm in prison, I'm away from my kids, that became that much more vicious. So I kind of was stalking him. Like, I'm stalking him. I'm sending word around there like, boy, you better not come back out here on this compound, stuff like, I'm doing crazy stuff like that. This is the way that you living inside of the penitentiary walls, when you got some sort of trouble and you want to release that anger on somebody. Like, I literally was pushing the button. I was pushing the button. But he never came back out on the compound. I never seen him again. And it kind of like, it did a couple different things to me, because when I went back into the dorm, I was thinking to myself like, man, if he knew what my situation was, he probably would have tried to, slip past me, duck and dodge me. But by me walking straight up on him, I was able to catch him a different type of way. But I'm thinking to myself like, man, he could have rocked me. He could have really rocked me, and I wouldn't have seen it coming, because when you have glaucoma starts to take your peripheral from the top, from the sides. You can't really see anything from the sides. And yeah, this is the way I was living in there. And that dude, he could have did whatever he wanted to do, coming from the right or from the left side, and I would have never seen anything happen. But I was aggressive. I brought it straight to him. And at the end of the day, we wouldn't have been able to live around each other no way, because you owed me, I done did something to you, and I can't have this no way. So it was best that he did what he did, because it was going to turn into something. I'm telling you, if he'd have stayed on that compound and I'd have been able to have some time to like slide up on him on the yard, or catch him in the hallway when we walking out for breath, I'd have did something to him, because one, I didn't already did something to you. I can't have you walking around me and I can't see like that, and I'm getting ready to, just let you catch me slipping like that. Nah, that is out of the question, totally. So yeah, he made out for himself and he made out for me. So I'm kind of happy about that situation, but I'm still happy that I didn't catch any kind of charge, because he could have lied and said that I did something to him. Like, this dude was shaking in his boots. He had pee running all down his legs. And they probably would have came over there. They'd have locked me up just on investigation, just for the fact that he was so scared. Just on the fact that he was so scared. And I wouldn't even have had to touch him at the time. You know what I mean? But fortunately, he did not tell. I went back in my dorm, and, days went on. Days went on. And that was just another day of dealing with something that came up from out of my past inside of this penitentiary that could have turned a whole different type of way. What if he was a whole different type of person at this time? What if he was on some super aggressive stuff? What if he was in there for some super violent stuff and he didn't turn to liking this stuff? Because, when certain things happen to you, you actually can become that type of person. So this thing could have turned out so many different ways, but I wasn't living by them 5 P's that I keep on telling y'all to live by. Properly planning for your life. I was not doing that. I wasn't. And that's why I want you to do it. I want you to properly plan for your life. Proper plan prevents poor performance. If I wasn't out here in them streets doing the things that I was doing, I wouldn't have ran across somebody that could have did me super dirty in prison. But by the fact that I was doing some cruddy stuff myself and I wasn't living up to the fullest of my potential at the time, I wasn't living by them 5 P's at that time neither. So that thing could have went very bad both ways, you know? And I want you to keep this in mind. The things that you do in your past can meet you in your present, can meet you later on down the road. Keep in mind that every day is not the same. Everybody does not stay the same. You might run back across somebody that might be really ready to do something to you because of the things that you did to them that trigger something in their mind to make them crazy, make them act insane the moment that they run across you. So properly plan for your life so that you can stay away from these types of situations, because I definitely was not planning on running across him again, and that could have turned out oh so different. Oh so different. But fortunately, he ain't forget that situation out there, you know, when we was at the park, and he got on up out of there because he probably figured that this is the type of person that he getting ready to run back into again, and he don't want to deal with that no more. So y'all be strong out there. You know, keep your mind on the things that I keep on telling you. Be that gangster for your family. Be the man that's going to do what you had to do to provide and be there for your family so that you won't be behind these walls and forget about the blessings in your life. You won't be behind these walls doing things that can keep you away from your loved ones. You know, it said, he is a wise man who does not grieve by the things which he has not, but rejoices for the things which he has. Philosopher Epictetus. Be appreciative of the things that you have in life. Don't set yourself up for failure, because you could run across somebody that could do you dirty later on in life, or you might have to do something to somebody to keep you away from the things that you say that you're living for. Y'all be strong out there. This that wolf, and we in the building. I like to say big shout out to my homeboy Jay Hardcore and Hardcore Boxing News. Big love, big homie. Much respect coming from that blind wolf. Wolf.